Hello, it's time for some more goddamn Zero Escape, baby. Fourth to get to this the stream. I have to claim my place as well. Let's fucking go. Actually, I still haven't tweeted out that I'm live, which is generally a good idea. You know, I'm doing great at remembering this. Huh. So true. Doing so good. Okay. Now I got it. Now we can game in. Because I can't remember for sure if I've done all the, like, immediate, easy routes so far. I want to say I have. Guess we'll see in about 2 seconds. So it's, you know.
I'm a gnome! I'm a gnome!
Thank you for the simultaneous gnomes once again. Elegy and Mofa. So true. Okay. If I can just find where it is in my scene, that'd be cool. Be a good start. If I could find my damn screen, it'd help. So much to turn off and on, and it's a mess. I have things to maybe fix up at some point about my whole setup, just a little bit. Does it want to show it? Cause it'd be cool. Y'all can hear it, I'm sure, so I'm not sure what exactly it's not liking about the whole thing. Ugh. Just going park around me. Hold on. Where is this place? Where are we? I mean, it's showing up now, so that's, you know, we're winning. We're doing it. I mean, hey, now I know a lot about what's going on in that intro sequence. Now that we're... How far in? Who can say? Well, we're at the beginning, so clearly we're not... I'm not very far, actually. It's... I haven't done too much. Also, I'm very high up on this, screen. I'm gonna lower myself down a little bit so that you can actually see the chat, because that's nice to have a little bit. Yeah, I definitely need to clean up, like, all the shit I've added to every scene I have in OBS. It's kind of a mess, but it's fine. Okay. Was there anything yeah, okay. It's just the locked stuff now. I mean, probably the most sensible thing to do would be to get these two little parts, because this was after, right, Fi was about to escape. After, betraying her, and she's like, what the fuck? Why'd you do that, Sigma? Now you have 9 points. Oh, no. We got that. No, that was the Allison where we'd actually figured out who planted the bomb. This is where we need to know the answer. We didn't figure it out in this timeline. Okay. I wish it would show me what happened before. I know, like, it's a problem with how the dialogue log is programmed where it can't just show you the previous text when you just start, but... Huh? Wait. You only need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. Like, it'd be nice to know the context for this. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah. Met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person? I love that one pose with Dio, like, looking all cocky, because, like, the low quality... the models are fine for being a 3DS game. The low quality, like... like, it just looks so goofy. That person is you! Right, this route originally cut off right here. Dio!
Come on, what is this? Are you high?
Yeah, actually, he probably is. But we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you hold him down?
Well...
Don't like that, do you? It's on him, I promise.
Knock it off, Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
So, this isn't a court. Gotta nail it. Besides, all we want to know is who set the bombs. And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then a search will show that and I'll look like an idiot.
Nice try, but that's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on?
Basing this off of your cringe.
How do you know I set the bombs?
Because...
Spit it out!
I know about the Myrmidons.
The Myrmo... what?
That's a rational reaction.
I beg your pardon?
No.
Gesundheit?
How do you know that, Sigma?
Oh, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul, and I know about Brother.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, Big Brother, he's just a big fan. I can tell you the details later. But there's no question that you were the one who set up the bombs.
Who the fuck do you think you are? None of that has anything to do with me. I don't know who the Myrmidons are, and I don't know what Free the Soul is, and I certainly don't know anything about some old fart called Brother.
Didn't say he was old. Huh. Oh, Dio, tell me, how does that foot taste? Who the Myrmidons are? I don't recall saying the Myrmidons are people. And what about Brother? How would you know his age if I hadn't said anything besides his name? How's that foot taste?
So he's left, but that means he's a terrorist.
Well, funny thing.
A terrorist?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Left?
Oh dear.
Well, looks like I won't be able to talk my way out of this one. Seriously though, when did we get so famous? The Myrmidons aren't supposed to be something anybody knows about, let alone YouTube jokers.
Jokers? Okay. Jokerification.
Okay, you got me. Yes, I'm the leader of the Myrmidons. My real name is Left. I was sent here to stop Zero Senior's AB plan.
Is name tag gonna change here?
That's why I planted the bombs. If it looked like the plan might actually succeed, I was supposed to blow this whole place sky high.
AB plan? I see.
What's that?
Oh, well, looks like you don't know everything after all. I should have been more careful. Then again, it's not like it really matters. After all, you're gonna die here.
That's a fair assumption. That's probably is gonna happen in this route. You're right, Dio.
What?
God damn it, no. I leapt toward him.
Whoa there. Better not come any closer. You think I'm not prepared for this?
This fucking pose again.
Take one step and it'll be your last.
Then, that thing you're holding.
It's the detonator.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now back the fuck off.
Theo, please calm down.
He's not going to.
If you press that button, you'll die too.
So, believe me, there's plenty more where this came from.
What?
Now that we've cleared that up, back off! Come on, move it! Go, go, go!
We had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us except for one. I? Ooh, Tenmyoji.
Hey, Grandpa, your hearing gone? I said back off!
No!
You... I'm not screwing around here.
I can see that. So why don't you do it?
Ooh.
Go ahead. Press that button.
What?
Tenmyoji!
Something wrong?
Fuck him up.
Hurry it up. I'm not getting any younger. Oh, do I sense hesitation? What's the matter, Dio? Scared?
Him up. I love Tenmyoji.
Well,
You son of a bitch.
so you were just bluffing.
I'm not bluffing, goddammit. You hear me? I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But there's really something I should tell you. See that detonator you're holding? It's a fake.
Yo!
What?
For just an instant, Dio's eyes twitched down to the device in his hand. That was all the opening Tenmyoji needed.
Yeah!
Fuck him up! He cried out as he leapt through the air. Tenmyoji's leg shot out, knocking the detonator from Dio's hand. His leg? Wait, he leapt through the air? Hold on! Yo! Shit! Not good!
What happened?
The detonator. He doesn't have it anymore.
What's happening?
Oops. Yeah, that is a bit of an issue.
There's a red light on it now.
Forgot about that little detail.
Oh, you really fucked up, Tenmyoji. This is what happens when you try to show off.
What?
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I didn't have time to tell you how it worked.
What are you saying?
The detonator isn't supposed to be separated from Dio. If it is, then the timer on the bombs automatically activates.
Damn, how much do you know? Fine, whatever. Well, he's right. If that thing ever gets more than a meter away from me, it activates. When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs. So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown.
Can we get the last code? The last password?
You can go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Once the timers have been activated, they'll go off anyway.
How long do we have? When do they explode?
You should know, Sigma. Why don't you tell her?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? That's crazy!
Yeah.
How do we stop them?
The emergency deactivation passwords.
None of us know them, though.
Right, none of us know. But there's someone who does, isn't there?
What, hoping I might spill the beans? Nice try. Unless one of you is secretly a medium, I think you're shit out of luck.
Dio, considering what's been going on for the past, couple minutes, it isn't, he's not, Sigma's not a medium, but are you really doubting that?
Wait, a medium?
Well, I'm out. Peace.
Wait! Stop! Oop. I threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me! Let me go!
Now, which one are we missing? I think it was the number 3 bomb? Where are all my passwords? Number 2 bomb was one that we don't have yet. He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his open.
Hey! Hey! I'm not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
By then, the others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even then, he refused to stop. Increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed to his mouth.
We don't have a choice. Luna, go get the Socoril.
No! If we put him to sleep, we can't get what we need out of him.
You think I don't know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs.
Well, can't really do anything about the bombs until we have the
We
passwords.
don't have time for this.
Shit.
What are you doing, Luna? Go! Right. Okay, I've got it. I'm ready when you are.
Ugh, you can do whatever you want to me, you fucking cowards! You're still gonna die! Go ahead, tell yourselves you can fix it. Run around like idiots before you get blown to atoms. Serves you fucking right! You're gonna burn!
Oh, for God's sake. Luna, shut him up. Right. Here goes.
There he goes. As I began to climb off of him, I finally pried Dio's hand open. There it was, just what I'd expected. A small, unassuming capsule. I didn't know what was in it exactly, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. I stumbled toward the sink and tossed it into the drain. Yeah, fair enough. How much time do you have left?
25 minutes or so, I believe.
And how much time until the white doors open?
About the same. The same.
So, what do we do?
We put in the password and stopped the
We
bombs.
searched Dio, but he doesn't have a note or anything with the codes on it.
Well, only one option left then.
Yeah, and that is?
Intuition. We trust our hunches.
That's... Are you suggesting we just... guess?
Yeah, sure, why not? Do you have a better idea?
Well, no, but...
Wait, there's another way. What is it? Before I can tell you, everyone has to promise to do exactly as I say. No questions.
I'll do literally anything you ask.
What's your answer?
We all nodded.
Good. First of all, Sigma, you're coming with me.
Right.
The rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse. Huh?
Why?
Didn't I say no questions? Good.
Fuck it up.
That's it, we're done.
That's... it?
Is there a problem? I seem to recall you promised to do exactly what I told you to do. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
Phi turned around without waiting and headed for the door. What are you thinking? Before I could blink, she was gone. And gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile. Great. Take care of these guys, okay? I'll see you back on floor B before you know it. So, just trust us, alright? Good. I couldn't think of anything else to say. I turned and ran after Phi. It's gonna be fine. Bomb number... I think this one's number 3? No, I think this is 2. This was number 2. Boop, I was right in the first place. Okay. So what do we do?
Get the input device ready.
Alright, done. All hooked up and everything.
How many minutes do we have left?
Well, they'll go off when the doors open, so... 21 minutes.
That means we have 7 minutes per bomb. That includes travel time, though.
Bomb number 2 is in the control room on floor B. And bomb number 1 is also on floor B with the garden. So, they don't know about bomb 0, right? We haven't even seen the one yet. We just need to hurry, right?
Yeah.
So what are we supposed to do? I mean, you do have some sort of plan, right?
Well, it's not like I don't have one.
And stop being so mysterious and tell me. What the hell am I supposed to do?
You need to make a jump.
Jump?
Yeah, to another world. Another history.
Sure thing, easy. I can't.
You didn't just guess that Dio set the bombs, did you? You knew it. Because you remembered it happening in another history, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but that's... I mean...
You just have to do that again.
So you're saying I need to go to another history and get the password out of Dio somehow?
Doesn't have to be another one. It could be this one. Just go back to the past and question him. Then again, if you do that, you might end up changing things so you don't end up here. That would mean you couldn't deactivate the bombs in this history. So you have to come back to this exact moment, or...
Damn it. This is so confusing. Yeah, welcome to Zero Escape, Sigma.
Well, don't think about it then.
She's got a point, she's got a point.
We don't have time anyway. Just jump.
Okay, okay. And then Sigma just, like, actually jumps. I get it. See you later, then. Are you insane? You're talking about transporting myself across space and time. Also, why should I have to do everything? Can't you jump too?
My jumps happen suddenly, out of the blue. I can't control them.
Neither can I.
That's a problem.
Oops. But I can
Alright,
control them.
Consider this. Maybe we've already jumped from another history to this one, but our memories of that history got damaged or something. We forgot most of what happened in that other timeline. If we can remember even a little bit, though. Anyway, it's just a hypothesis.
Are you saying I might know it already? And I just have to try and remember it?
Yeah, I feel like we know.
We
So,
sure do, we know this one.
anything? We need the bomb password. Do you remember hearing it in another timeline?
I stared down at the input device. Password. Password. The bomb password. Actually, I did remember it. I had heard it. Here we go. Q, LHC, NMR. Got it!
Good job.
Yeah, I do like that they're like... Yeah, you might have heard it in another timeline and just forgot, idiot.
It worked.
Phew. I sighed and wiped what felt like a bucket's worth of sweat from my forehead.
So, you knew the password after all. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess I did.
You heard it in another history?
Yeah.
Just what happened in that other timeline? Never mind. We don't have time for that. How much longer?
18 minutes.
Good. We've still got time. Come on, let's go. We've still got 2 more. The number 2 bomb is next on the list.
Don't know that one. So we're heading to the control room?
Right. No time to waste. Oh, and don't forget the input device.
Imagine. And then she was gone. I heard Leah, disconnected the device from the bomb and chased after her. I'm assuming you'll just, like, bring up the panel for me, but I won't be able to do shit with it, so... Also, we don't know about the number 0 bomb in this timeline, so even if I did have all 3, I might be fucked anyway. But I might as well see what happens.
You got it?
Yeah, right here.
Hook it up.
Right. Now Sigma would probably be like, I remember another password. Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
Hurry it up. Plug in the password.
Done. Ooh? Hey! What the hell?
Calm down. You probably just typed it in wrong.
No, no way. I'm sure I did it right.
Try it again.
What if I remembered it for you? Imagine. Yeah, nothing. That password's no good.
Then it's different. All 3 bombs use different passwords.
Oh, he's trying to use the same one. Yeah, looks like it.
Shit!
I didn't even realize that they were assuming it's all the same. Vi slammed her foot against the lock, her face uncharacteristically twisted by anger and frustration.
This is what the hell are
Oops.
we gonna do? Try and remember it. Did you see or hear anything in another history that could be a password? A different password?
You mean, like, a different history from the other one I remembered?
Yeah, you figured it out there. You just can't remember it very well right now. Remember what happened with the last bomb. This one is just like that.
Well, you see, I never knew this one. Another history. Another history. The password. Do I know what it is? Can I remember it? I have to. Yep, that looked pretty unfamiliar. Wait, woo. The Luna? The bird in the cage. I'll just do this. See my command frame. Do the same thing Sigma just did about 2 seconds ago. Just to see if it says anything. Yeah, okay. I tried over and over. But it was no good. Each guess was wrong. No matter how much I strained my memory, I couldn't remember even a letter of the bomb's password. Had I even seen or heard it anywhere in the first place? I'd seen other histories, but had I seen what I needed? If I hadn't, then it was all over. If I couldn't control my jumps, then what good were they?
Sigma, just let it go. Our time's up. This is it.
Oops.
Before it ends, I wanted to tell you thanks. You knew we were about to die, but you still stuck with me. A lot of people wouldn't have done that. You're a good person. There's one more thing. I'm glad I met you.
Aww.
The moment I saw you, you seemed familiar. Anyway, thanks.
Well, I'm glad I at least tried.
It looks like our time's almost up. Hopefully the others will make it. There isn't much hope for us, though. I think this is...
Don't you dare say goodbye.
What?
We'll meet again. Somewhere. Somewhen. I guarantee it. We can jump through parallel worlds. We can change history. You see? This won't end here. I won't let it. It's just the beginning.
Sigma.
Sweet for once. Suddenly I felt Fi's face against my chest. I put my arms around her and held tight. Then... Well, it's only 3/4 of the original explosion, so I think like it'd be fine. Everything went dark. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Yeah, that's called... the jump menu, whatever you call it. This place. Okay. Bomb number 2, that'll be later. This was the mystery of the two-headed lion, which we don't know yet, I don't think. How can find cave we saved? Apparently we do know this. So left to right. Sigma's favorite type of clothing? I don't know. What would be Sigma's favorite type of clothing? Shit, they're not here. Although... yeah, see, I mean, how much of this is even... a jumpsuit? Great.
The first is an anesthetic called sulfonyl beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called tubocurarine.
Right. Right, we were gonna leave them behind.
Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubocurarine. I knew it!
Back! I found it, so it's mine.
Of course. The antidote.
The antidote?
I didn't have time to explain. I took off running toward the exit.
Sigma, where are you going?
Stay here. I'll be right back. I bolted out of the warehouse toward the treatment room. The map screen, my favorite. The screen where we go into... where we leave the map screen just before entering the room, just so we can see the door animation. I think Dio put it in his pocket. Come on. Please still have it. Sweat was pouring down my face, but I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. I dug frantically through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it! Oh. There's only one dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit. I can't save both of them.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors.
Also gonna scoot myself over just a little. 1 minute? Shit. How fast do those, does that, what was it called? Whatever. IG replicator go? I spun around and shot out of the treatment center. I mean, how would you inject K anything anyway?
2, 1. Chromatic doors closing.
Oops. No, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh dear.
Sigma.
There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. Couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic soap-a-roll. What was the point of... I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. Are you gonna only save yourself, or only save Phi, or... No. I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with tuberculin. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. Kay and Phi lay limp on the floor in front of me. In my right hand, I could feel the injector gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. Who was I going to choose? Phi or Kay? You can't choose Phi. Now, what was I thinking? There's only one answer. Phi. I didn't even have a choice. After all, Kay's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. I'm sorry, Kay. I don't know if that's like impenetrable. It's impenetrable by the injector for sure. But in general, I summoned up as much energy as I could and dragged myself toward Phi. After what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's reach. With no time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger.
Sigma, what the hell did you...
I injected you with neostigmine. It's a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. It's the antidote to the muscle relaxant.
Why did you pick me?
Because I can't use the injection gun on Kay. It'd never get through the metal.
And why didn't you inject yourself?
Guess you've got a point. Honestly, didn't even cross my mind.
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
Hey, come on. Is that any kind of thing to say to somebody who's about to die? How about something more tender?
No, screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you.
Hell yeah, Queen.
No goddamn way. I'm not gonna...
Her words slurred and slowed, and her eyes fluttered closed. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her breathing and see her chest rise and fall. Good. Phi's gonna be alright. But Kay... And you, buddy! I looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. Open? Did you not notice this until now? Oh, never mind. Never mind, I didn't notice this. There's a hole here on the back of passing.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Wait, then he... But when could he have...
Yes. No, it was empty when I found it.
Ooh, he used the thing. What if he'd lied? Couldn't Kay have taken the key? How he'd gotten it didn't really matter anymore. What did matter was like Kay had been able to remove his armor. And he had. Ooh, fuck. So he didn't die in that time. Ooh, he faked his own death, baby. And then he couldn't even open the damn armor. So he can verify. Holy shit. Then that would mean Dio's killer is... I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled toward Kay. Kay, wake up! Come on, talk to me! I grabbed his shoulder and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke.
Sigma.
I just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? Oh, wait, no, yeah. That's where this CG is from. It's like when he was just like, yeah, I need a rest. After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go the same way I had, so you took the other door. After you went the long way around the warehouse and the crew quarters, you headed for the elevator. The map screen! Didn't waste any time on looking at himself for the first time in his, current memory. I bumped into Phi and we went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you. Or we saw your armor, I guess. By then you would have been out of it. While we were in the lounge, you went to the treatment room and killed Dio. You must have turned off the oxygen to his pod. Although you probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. I'm betting you were in a hurry to get back before Phi and I noticed that something was up. Once you got back to floor A, you needed us to get out of the lounge, so you made a noise in the hall to lure us out. Then you ran around and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. Yo! Once you were there, you put your suit on again and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you'd expected. You pretended to wake up, very disoriented and confused. Disoriented. Come on, Kay. I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes, your reasoning is correct. I killed him because
Why?
I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
I couldn't.
Who did he kill?
The old woman.
What? Yeah. Huh? What?
She was like mother to me.
I had my suspicions that, like, maybe he was connected to Tenmyoji and Akane, but I don't know how. Ooh.
She showed me how to see meaning in my life.
Or maybe this is what she had been doing the whole time? I don't... Wait, are you saying...
Yes, I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Whoa, hold on. What do you mean here?
Sigma, unfortunately, we are out of time.
Do you have your memories back?
Something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand? This is very important. You must pay attention. You cannot forget.
Forget? He wasn't making sense. I was about to die. Oh, you don't know in this timeline yet, do you? How on earth would I be remembering anything for more than a few seconds?
If you see a lion with two heads, devour
Oh fuck,
your
oh fuck, oh
son.
fuck.
Remember these letters. M-I-L-K-E-V-O-L-I.
Milk-a-moly! Where did I put my pencil? That's kind of important. Got it in my notebook, but step 2. Step 2, I need to be able to write. Found it! So the lion... Devouring the sun... Milk-a-moly.
This will open the second
Olive milk, so true. What the hell? Hey, Kay! Who told you to tell me this? Yo, who are you? Show me! Show me who you really are. I grabbed hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. He's one of the clones! Or not. What? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a little strange, isn't it? I felt a sharp pain in my left wrist, and my body collapsed unceremoniously. The second drug. Tubocurine. That probably would have made for a more, like, instant realization for me if I was used to seeing Sigma's face. But I'm not. My vision began to blur, and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away, and my consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothingness. Okay! Well, we got another password, not the one I was looking for, but another one. It's gonna show, okay, masked K, not unmasked K. So that's this. Hype for the Sigma command frame. So yeah, honestly, you know, for sure. Yeah, what's going on in here? Certainly haven't solved these puzzles before. Yeah, I remember this timeline. The second gate, so that's the password, but we still need the ID. Like, I don't think I've gotten that. I'll check through my notes. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we don't have that shit. Himiku. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna need to go through a different timeline for that. Ah, well. Now we know. Yeah, sure, I'll save that. My amazing victory that just happened. And then the next, I don't have this, so, I don't know, Miku, I'm not much of a cheese liker. Perhaps that's a mystery to solve. Where did Alice go? We know this now. For sure. Then suddenly the world shifted. For just an instant, I was somewhere else entirely. My mind reeled, and then just as I'd begun to adjust, it was gone, as if nothing had happened. Hell yeah, cheese stick time. What was that? It was the same sensation I'd felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Had it been a premonition? This is bad. I need to find Alice now. Oh, right. So this is like we're gonna find her before she kills herself in this whole timeline. But where could she be? Damn it, Alice. Where are you? I don't know. Looked like the garden. What about the crew quarters? Yeah, that has to be it. I set off at a dead run. The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Here we go. Alice! So you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held the scalpel like I'd caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel. She's gonna listen to that for sure, Sigma.
No, I need it to get this bracelet off. Remember
Huh?
what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Stop! Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both of her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest.
No!
Actual animated cutscenes, let's go!
Let me go! I have to do this!
Not that that's new, but, you know.
I can't take it anymore.
Doesn't happen too often.
This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Knock it off! With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. It was the second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I'd apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly, it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you alright? Alice, say something! There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed like she'd only passed out. Shit, what am I supposed to do now? Oh man. Maybe the infirmary? It's got all those medical things. He knows a lot about hospitals and shit. He knows a lot about health. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Wonder what's
Her
going on.
results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Phi had called everyone else back after I'd brought Alice to the infirmary. Stefan's sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her?
Well, bad things.
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special antiviral treatment. Whether or not there's any around here, though.
No! No! Oh, Alice! I don't want you to die! Please! Please don't die! I don't want to be alone! Don't!
Clover wrapped her hands around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off, so all we could do was stand and watch uncomfortably. What, you uncomfortable with gay people?
10 minutes
You
remain
possibly...
until Ambidex game polling closes.
Clover's inspired dialogue. I don't want you to die. I hope not.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Probably fine.
Guys, I think we should get back to the warehouse.
What about Alice and Quark?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave them behind.
No! I'm not leaving!
Clover.
Staying here! Like heck, I'm gonna leave Alice all alone! She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soparil. She'll just be sleeping like Quark. I don't care! I just want to stay with her. She shouldn't have to be all by herself.
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh? What a lucky, lucky man you are. You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are gonna be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Everything's coming up, Sigma. Are you saying I'm gonna choose Betray? Volunteer to stay behind.
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually, I was planning to let you make the decision.
You're not helping, sweetie.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up. What?
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here?
Bad idea.
Should all 3 of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
Nope, it doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here, take a look at this. I pulled the scrap of paper we'd found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
He would choose Betray. You would just also choose Ally. Yeah. We found it when we went to the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
Huh. I guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
So Alice is guaranteed to vote Ally, which means that Dio picks Betray.
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose Betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized.
I know.
Just like when you break the rules.
I know, Dio, I don't remember. I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us. That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko.
Bucko?
I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me. Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh, Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important.
It was pretty important, y'all just wouldn't understand.
Just forget about it.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah, something does happen. Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
She's all right down this jump. Had something happened while between Fi and Kay while they're out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Come on, we need to hurry.
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. I give one last quick nod to Fi and Clover before heading back to the warehouse at a dead run. Tempted to just get the betray out of the way first this time, because it's gonna feel extra bad. I mean, there's been worse, but... Everybody ready? I'm going to open my EB gate. Although I guess it doesn't really matter. Dio already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Two more AB gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms.
Two minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. This'll feel bad. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a moment, the nonary game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
There's something white on it.
Oh! There's what? Oh, from earlier. What? What the hell is this? For the first time since I'd found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. But the truth is far stranger. The liquid is coming from my hand. How are you gonna vote? By choosing someone easy, so true. Is this a symptom? It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? Are you not... Are you not the real one? Oh, Sigma? Have you been a fake this whole time? If we stab further, are we just gonna find some stuffing? Some wire? I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. Nice. There's some milk and I spilled it. It sounded even stupider as I said it. Yep.
Really?
She doesn't believe you at all. Yeah.
But
Just shut up. It's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. Just so sexually charged, his blood has gone white with confidence. Listen. Miku! I'm never gonna learn. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong, and my head was spinning.
Sigma.
Oh man. I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay? Something in one of the files about this. That actually, I think there was something like that. It wasn't this, right? No. Do we have information on Sigma being powered by libido? Do we have this? This is essential, you have to. Is it this one? I'm naturally obsessed with swimsuits. This is what I remember.
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
Cybernetic arm. Right, it's the arm from a mysterious libido-powered robot. Uh-oh. Mechanical limb can control their mind as a titanium alloy for bones, and those are covered with ABT or artificial biological tissue. The ABT even has artificial nerves, so you can feel pain through it like a real arm. It has veins that connect to the rest of your body, so if you inject medicine into a cybernetic arm, it flow to the rest of your body. Miku! Come on. Sure. I don't remember what the context was for us unlocking this. In fact, I remember unlocking it and being like, what? Why? There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There's no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I mean, come on. He's too distracted right now. Feels bad, though.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation.
Ambidex? Siva's ultimatum, have I truly become a Coomer? Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of the rooms as we did.
Why?
Every time it's just... knife to the heart. I didn't have an answer for her. All I could think about was that white liquid. What was it? Some kind of discharge? Blood? No, it couldn't be blood. Blood wasn't white. That was insane. Wait. I mean, discharge is like a reasonable theory. Like, We know because this is a funny video game where weird shit happens that that isn't the case, but like... I was lost in thought when Luna spoke.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Huh? Don't you want to see the results?
Why? I already know what they're going to be.
Her usually warm personality seemed to have gone cold. Whether it was because I had chosen betray or because she noticed something was wrong with my body, I couldn't say.
Excuse me.
More yellowish. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. And with that, she was gone. I turned back to the projection. With heavy steps, I headed toward Tei, Dio, and Tenmyoji.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidextrous game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Yeah, there's not much of us over here, is there? This isn't gonna go well.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
That was not a smart move, Sigma. So true.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What the hell?
Sigma has 9 BP?
See? I told you! The bastard's finally showing his true colors.
What the hell are you doing? Clover isn't even voting.
I have misjudged you. I never thought you would do something so cowardly.
There was nothing I could say. I had chosen betray of my own volition. But had I really? Had I really pressed that button of my own free will? The more I thought about it, the more I felt as if some other force had guided my hand to the button. Perhaps it had been fear? I was scared by the white fluid that had appeared on my palm. Maybe that had been the tipping point and I decided that I had to escape as soon as possible. Damn the consequences. If I got out, then the nightmare would be over. That's all it was, right? A nightmare. It couldn't be real. White blood was insane. Impossible. That was when I looked up and saw the others staring at my hand. Shit. I quickly put my hand behind my back, but it was already too late. They moved toward me like wolves closing in for the kill.
Sigma? What was that?
He was cut. It must have been blood.
But why was it white?
You can't ask.
Isn't that obvious? He's not human.
That's a leap.
Not human.
No, what are you saying? Of course I'm human. I'm 100% human.
Then explain that white stuff.
I swear to God, I have no idea what it is. You have to believe me.
I'm afraid you're not being very convincing.
No, he's not very good at that. Oh, you're one to talk. We can't even see you. You could be a robot. Maybe that's not even a suit, and it's just you. Robot you.
No, that seems extremely unlikely. However bad my amnesia might be, I am quite sure of my humanity. I am, without a doubt, not a robot.
Convincing. They probably just programmed you to think that.
Alright, it's pretty obvious this guy's dangerous and probably unhinged.
Sigma unhinged moments
We
confirmed.
should take him down.
I agree.
Looks like there's no other way. Now that he's got 9 BP from stabbing Clover in the back, there's a good chance he'll try and get out of here by himself.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let's not do anything rash. I didn't have a choice. I spun around and ran for the number 9 door. That was not a smart move, Sigma.
No, I don't think so!
Shit, let go! Let go of me! I was no match for all 3 of them. Before I could take 2 steps, I was on the floor, pinned. The desperation was only getting stronger, however, and I writhed and twisted in a futile attempt to get free. God damn it! You have to let me go! This is all some kind of mistake! A misunderstanding! It's a conspiracy. It's getting worse and worse.
So, there's a conspiracy to turn your blood white? You're a funny guy.
Stop trying to get away. It's over.
Shit! Get off me! Let me go!
If you won't calm down, then you leave me no choice. I'd hoped we could avoid this. Try not to struggle too much.
Use your super robot strength, so true, Elk. Good to see ya. No, don't! Ugh. Yay, Sigma down! The first thing I felt when I woke up, was the hard pain of a bruise all the way across my neck. Kay must have suffocated me. My head felt like it had been stuffed with cotton, and I had to put out a hand to steady myself as I stood up. Where am I? I don't know. Could be anywhere. Is this the infirmary? How long had I been out? My foot bumped into something, and I looked down to see the injection gun. A glass vial labeled Soperil was still attached to it. The anesthetic. After choking me, they made sure I wasn't getting up in the near future. That meant I could have been asleep for a long time. Where is everyone? I glanced around the room. Can't be any longer than whatever the length of time until the next door's open. So there's that. I guess I could have carried him through and then put him back. Soperil even works in robots. Yeah, right, like what? Wild shit. It was empty, except for me. It took me a moment to realize what was especially odd about that. Even Quark and Alice had disappeared. Blade South and Sigma saying the first thing everyone thinks is not human. Yeah, right, like, you've got the... Of all people. Of all people to not immediately jump to the other conclusion. What the hell's going on? That was when I noticed it. Quark and Alice weren't the only things that had disappeared. Two other very important things were also gone. My bracelet and my left hand. Never mind, it could be any amount of time later. For a long moment I just stared, dumbstruck. What I was seeing couldn't possibly be real. But there it was, a smooth cross-section of my arm where a hand should have been. A thick white fluid dripped slowly from the stump. What is this? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Well, it is late at night for me, so I don't think I'm gonna yell. A stream plowed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. Then after that, nothing. We don't even get to see his stump. Not the first time Sigma's been stumped. God. That was interesting. Anyway. Come hand, come arm. How deep does it go?
Two minutes remain until Ambidex's game polling closes.
Yeah, this is helping a lot for me to understand what's going on. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
So you chose Ally after all.
Yeah. To be honest, the AB game was the last thing on my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they all centered on one thing. The mysterious white liquid.
Do you want to go see the results?
Sure. Luna nodded and walked off toward the projection, but I couldn't move. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out, so it was still oozing thickly out of the slit in my hand. Thickly? What in the hell is this? It couldn't be blood, could it? No, that was impossible. No matter how many white blood cells clumped together, you'd never get anything to look like that. And I'd never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of life, I'd seen my body bleed many times. Scraped knees as a kid, accidental nicks with a knife as an adult. But every single time I'd bled red, like any other human being. So why was it that this time, it was white? What the hell is happening to me?
Hey, Sigma, what are you doing? Get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results.
The game's on! Yeah, right. Get the luminol? So true. On my way. Did my best to compose myself and headed over to join the others.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
A perfect round! We did good. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 9 who are one more ally away from getting out of here. Sorry, Tamiyoji and Alice. You're just gonna have to stick around here. Hope you can, you know, be cool.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
This is incredible. Look, everyone voted ally. You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you alright?
Nope!
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Huh? Oh, yeah, looks like we all allied. That's great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Everything is wrong with Sigma.
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down?
If only. No, nothing like that.
Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke?
I don't think he does anymore at this point.
You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Before Dio could continue, the heavy metal rumble of doors shutting echoed through the warehouse. Yeah, sow around, whatever, we know.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to?
Should have taken the convenient lie, yeah, right.
Then, that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like, right?
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't...
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The parent solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your colors and assignments are.
Everyone nodded and held out their arms toward him. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. Right, because it's on your bracelet arm! So I held my arm out, hand tightened into a white-knuckled fist to hide the cut. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat. I mean, you all already do this anyway.
Huh, so Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So what are the 4 we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so 2 of them are our partners.
That means the other 2 are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse.
Once again, we get to explain the color wheel.
They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Phi and I saw them as well. on our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. And there they were.
I mean, we don't need a visualization of how they saw the warehouse.
Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how there can be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
White, like
There
the
are
Sigma
bracelet
command
combinations
frame
we'll have
setter.
to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
What will you two do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
Sigma, can you make my god? Sigma, someone added cyan to your blood. True. About what?
Something?
But I made it sound like super pissed. Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. She is a doctor. That was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise. It's nothing.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest, and marched out the yellow door. Temyoji and Kei quickly followed. In moments, all 3 had disappeared. So, what was it you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
That's fair. It's not a great room. Okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. This is the Luna ending, I'm assuming. Yeah, I figured she meant Bee Garden. The garden?
You know this place?
Yes, well, sort of. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
Oops. So, what brings you here?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors.
I know what about this place makes you think of the great outdoors. It's pretty different.
I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me?
How romantic. She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what did you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted the tiny birdcage pendant she wore into the palm of her hand. She was silent for a moment and then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Ah, speaking of happy, what's on your hand? God! Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise. When she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me.
Aww.
Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. that was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
Yeah. Well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Tiltil and Mutil, I don't know. I'm not familiar personally. Get asked to find a blue bird by this old woman. And they travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually, they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a birdcage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story, and it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said. Happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that.
Telltale Heart. Yeah. Telltale Heart.
I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they'd meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes, when Tiltil and Nittil try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away, and then the story ends.
Whoa. What about the moral then?
It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again.
Oof.
I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for.
That's a sweet interpretation of
And
that.
it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy. You know, Sigma, I think you might be Tiltil.
Tiltil, gotcha, that's it. What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. That was after we'd split up to go look for Alice. First place I went was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice, and then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden?
Here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. I was thinking earlier, like, that doesn't add up at all, that you're saying that he knew about the garden because he'd passed through here.
Just now, you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice.
I don't know, I didn't even, like, acknowledge it verbally, but, like, yeah.
Didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I had been there before?
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
What?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Damn, so you did see it, huh?
Yes, I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue. or ABT on top of a metal skeleton.
Have you always been here? God, okay.
It makes them look almost exactly like a human, and ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it didn't really faze me. Maybe because it was just so out there. Didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you get from someone in a nut house. Robot, you have to see me. God. Still, my hand was still oozing white liquid. Was I really a robot? No, that was impossible. I needed to stop doing that. Crushing myself so much was giving me heart palpitations. Or a bolt house, true. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I am a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. And that would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot.
Huh?
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Ooh, interesting, Paul.
They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov that he used in several of his stories.
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through an action allow a human being to come to harm. Rule 2. A robot must obey any orders given to it by human beings, except when such orders would conflict with the first law. So that'd be a good way to test it. Rule 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Zero Jr. doesn't give a shit about those laws. This is true, but this is also Luna, who's very, optimistic. Oh yeah, I've heard those before. It's just an ideal, though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever you wanted to. Or whatever they want to do.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you.
You?
However you're programmed, I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot.
I was thinking,
There's still
yeah.
a chance you're not.
A chance.
We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
Dumb. How?
Well, the atom should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. I heard the crunch of dried leaves behind us. Oop. When I turned, there was nothing. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Just me.
Vi?
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
Hey Vi, where are you heading behind that tree? Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes. Oh, the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long have you been here?
I just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No. Were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about? Whatever. Just have a look at this.
I followed the line of her finger. Shit. This is...
An antimatter bomb.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
It says 01.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
Shit. Then there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it. That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
And actually
Who
more.
planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
In the bushes? Taking a walk? You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret, so I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course, you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
So, who planted the bomb? You know that.
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
I mean, Luna just theoretically disproved that Sigma could have been here. Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Not completely disproved, not totally airtight, but still. Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Clover and Tenmyoji. Kay and Dio. And of course, Alice and Quark. Both seem to be sleeping peacefully. You'd never think to look at them that they'd been completely insane not so long ago. All right, everybody, listen up. I told them how we'd found the #1 bomb in the garden. And how, judging by the numbering on the 2 bombs we'd found so far, there's probably a #2 bomb out there somewhere too.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
There should be an emergency deactivation password.
If only any of us knew that.
If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
If only you had the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate. Clear? Good. Now who's going to be first?
That skipped something.
Huh?
Wait. You only need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah, this feels a little familiar. Sigma kinda sus not volunteering, said her. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, and then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person... That person is you, Dio.
Come on, what is this? Are you high?
Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kate, but could you hold him out? Yeah. Words. Could you hold him down?
Well...
It was Quark, sister. It's on him, I promise.
Knock it off, Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
So, this isn't a court. Besides, all we want to know is who set up the bombs. Set up the bombs? Whatever. And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then the search will just show that and I'll look like an idiot.
Nice try, but that's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on? How do you know I set the bombs?
Because
Spit it out.
I know about the Myrmidons.
The Myrmo... What?
I beg your pardon?
No. How do you know that, Sigma?
No, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul and I know about Brother.
What the hell are you talking about?
I can tell you the details later. But there's no question that you were the one who set up the
The
bombs.
fuck do you think you are?
You can skip past the duplicate dialogue? I might be able to. Oh yeah, I sure can. I figured there's a different route. That there wouldn't be, you know, A, this much duplicate, and also B, that I wouldn't be able to skip it, but I guess it makes sense.
Okay, okay. I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy.
One sec. Excuse me. Dying over here. Okay, yeah, it's just up until this point.
The password for bomb number 2 is EQD DYR NTK.
GYRNTK. Easy.
Bomb number 2?
Yeah, that's what I guessed earlier. Just didn't want to, you know, put it in. Spoil things potentially, you know. I'm pretty much a genius.
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh? Oh. Well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind. Well, there's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device.
Stupid ass Dio giving a different code in each timeline.
Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up.
Where's the input device?
Oh gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember.
You son of a bitch.
Anyway, I think it's time for me to be moving on.
Moving on?
To where?
What, I have to explain everything? To the next world, of course?
No, wait! I threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. This will probably still do good. Yes. How much time do we have left?
About 20 minutes or so, I think.
And how much time until the white doors open?
Instead of 25 minutes this time. Less to go. The same.
So, what do we do?
Except this time we don't have the input device. We put in those passwords and stop the
We
bombs.
searched Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
To be honest, I don't even remember how we got the input device the first time around. Well, only one thing to do then.
And that is?
We split up and find it. Unless any of you have another suggestion? A dismal silence filled the room. Even though no one spoke, I could see despair on every face.
All right. No point sitting around.
One of the safes. Gotcha. Thank you.
Until those things actually go off, we've still got a chance. Sigma, you come with me. We're going to have to go look at the number 3 bomb. See if the timer really has started or not. All the rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
What?
Why there?
Just listen. Worst case scenario. We'll open the white doors and go through them to wherever they go. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Understood. We will take them to the Floor B warehouse.
So now we actually know what she was thinking. It's a contingency plan.
Once we've done so, we will begin to search for the input device in the number 2 bomb.
Good. Thanks. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
Vi turned without waiting and headed for the door. Before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried after her. Yeah, this is all good to get past this point, I'd imagine. Well, since we're still looking for it. Still looking for the input device. Yeah. We still don't know where the number 0 bomb is, or they're not even aware that it exists.
The light's flashing. I guess the countdown has started. So, what are we going to do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed. Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it. I'll look around here. You go check somewhere else. If we get to T-minus 5 minutes, then we'll meet back in the Floor B warehouse. Got it?
I wasn't sure what to say. If we hadn't found it by then. Was there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise. You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
Yeah, sure. What? No. That's not a thing. It doesn't make any sense. Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes right now?
I'm just, trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
That'll do it for him. Oh, I see. Well, I admit I am a bit curious.
All right. Looks like we're on the same page. Hey, get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Fine. Be careful, alright? I checked the time on my bracelet as I headed out of the crew quarters and into the hallway. It wasn't good news. Damn. Only 15 minutes. I need to hurry. I broke into a run. Good luck. Before long, I found myself in front of the infirmary. All too often, what you're looking for is right in front of you. We spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed kind of fitting somehow that it might have been there all along. Or maybe Dio had dropped it in there recently. There's no way to know, and in any event, I had to start looking somewhere. Is there gonna be some weird shit in here? I mean, Dio's probably still in here. Yeah, that's not a great sign. Luna, you're still here?
Yes, the others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here.
Oh, right.
I thought you might want to use it. Isn't that why you're here?
What? I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick. But this isn't the time for that. Being a robot isn't gonna mean a lot if I die anyway.
Oh, why did you come here then?
Isn't that obvious? I'm trying to find that input thing so we can turn off the bombs.
Really?
Yes, why would I lie?
I see. I seem to have made a mistake.
Oh,
I
Luna.
knew you couldn't use the atom without me, so I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help.
Oh, Luna.
I guess I shouldn't have done that.
Luna.
I'm sorry. Goodbye.
She turned and headed toward the exit. Luna. Wait. I couldn't just let her leave like that. I sighed. How long would it take?
Not more than 5 minutes or so.
Are you sure? Only 5 minutes? In the control room that had the big antimatter reactor. Thank you. Because I was actually wondering what the right location would be.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Analyze my body. Fi comes in here having the same idea that Sigma did a couple minutes ago, and she's just like, what the fuck are you doing? I lay down on the table. Luna picked up Adam's scanner and began to run it across me, slowly and methodically. In a few minutes, she was finished.
That's it. You can get up now.
I sat up and hopped off the table. Would that it were so easy. The screen was already starting to show my results. So, what does it say? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for any sign of what the answer might be. She studied the readout for several long seconds before replying.
Well,
You're human!
it says you're not a robot. You're human.
I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. My relief didn't last long.
But your body isn't entirely human.
You jacked as hell! You're a beast! What?
You're part machine.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look here. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human.
Huh? Haven't seen this before.
They're made out of a titanium alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT. Your arms are cybernetic.
What? What does that mean?
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one. You see all these Root-like things around the titanium bones? Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms. I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
What? No, this is ridiculous. I think replacing my arms with robot ones is something I'd remember. And I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm and they took an x-ray of it. The doctor told me I had really thick bones and I must have done something pretty insane to break them. That's... When the hell did this happen? Why did somebody replace my arms? It really was libido-powered Sigma arms, so true. Wait. Okay, let's say you're right, my arms are cybernetic. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
No. Unfortunately, you probably do still have to worry about that.
Why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means they interface with the rest of your body, which means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest of your body.
How do you know
I
that?
just do.
That's not an answer.
Yes, you're right, but not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain.
So she doesn't know she's from the future or something, I don't know, maybe?
Don't you know
Present
how that
day, I
feels?
guess.
How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
How do you know how to use Atom? That is not 2021 tech or whenever this was taking place. Actually. Original game takes place in, I want to say, 2019. Or no, 2019 was when the original experiment happened, then 9 years later was the original game. That's 2028. 2029 would be when, at the very least, Sigma supposedly had originally come from. But yeah. Atom, I'm sure, was after that point. That's,
I'm sorry, Sigma. I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
time? I pressed the buttons on my bracelet and felt my stomach drop. You missed the meeting time! Idiot. 1 minute. We've only got a minute left.
Sigma, there's one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
Couldn't be for, like, a username or anything. I shuddered. Not because of what I was, not because I was scared about what was what was about to happen. Because I was scared of Luna. She was calm, unnaturally so, like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention. This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
And it was like this with K too. Okay, then that I missed the meeting, we need to get the Luna ending, so true. Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember GTF DML016.
That's a model number. L016. It's so creepy. It's so creepy how she's so... I was given very specific instructions.
With this key, the first gate shall be open to you. There you go. I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What? Before she could answer. Why did she repeat it? Why did she repeat it? Why would she sound like that? Why did 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 she sound like that? Is she the real robot? Has she been the real robot all this time? Has she been here the entire time? I mean, she never explicitly said that she was a doctor. I think, like, if I'm remembering correctly, she denied being a nurse. She denied being a nurse when they assumed that much. But she never said she was a doctor. And she seems to just know things like how the arms spread, like, you know, anything that might be injected to them to the rest of the body. Sucks when you get bitten by something bad. Incidentally. Dr. Sus. God. The world exploded into noise and light, and I disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Okay, I mean, from this route, I got not only the last bomb password I needed, but also everything I needed for the line devouring the sun, which I feel like Sigma swapped arms with the robot like the puzzle from 9 to 9. Is that true? Ooh, Sigma end. Ooh. There he is. I was originally going to go to the ending we were going through earlier, since we now have all 4 passwords, but we don't know where one of the bombs is, so I'd rather go for this for now. Although I'm curious what happens when you don't know about the other bomb, because I'm sure it's just like another bad end, but I'll see. Huh.
There's no one here.
The computer... that computer's been turned on.
Yeah, maybe Dio and Kay did that.
I know we're probably gonna find the zero bomb in this ending. Do I want to just do it now before I lock myself off from that bad ending? Forever? I do. We'll get back to this. Where is it? Where were we? Alright. The hand. Yeah, we know about that one. Okay, EQD. DYR. NTK.
Damn, this is crazy. So you did know it.
Yeah, guess so.
Don't scare me like that, alright?
Come on, it's not like I was hiding it. I just couldn't remember at first, then it just kind of floated up. Maybe it drifted down.
Whatever. Point is, we disarmed the thing. Amazing.
You sure don't sound very amazed.
Okay, that just leaves us with the last bomb.
It's in the garden.
Right. Let's go take care of it while you're on a roll with these things.
You make it sound so easy. The last bomb, huh?
Don't just stand there. Let's go!
She spun around and was gone. I gripped the input device tightly and headed off after her. Be interesting if he remembers the password for the number 0 bomb is like, why do I have this? Why do I remember there being another password? What's up with that?
Finally. The last one.
Yeah.
How many minutes left?
Less than 10.
It's okay. We can still make it. Just stay calm, alright? You have the input device?
Nope, forgot it. Yeah. There we go. Connected.
Okay, go. We've done
Go.
this twice already. Do you really need a third pep talk?
Get his ass. You want me to remember another password, right?
Exactly. What else would I be talking about?
But
Don't sweat it. You did great the last 2 times. I'm sure this one will be a cakewalk. 3rd time's the charm, right?
that's, not really how that's used. I'm just worried that lightning's not going to strike twice, or thrice in this case, I guess.
No, I think mine still works. There's nothing to suggest the 1st and 2nd times aren't charmed, too.
I guess so. What?
Whatever. Just do it. You're the only person who can.
What about you? You can jump to other worlds too, right?
Yeah, but I can't remember things as well as you, alright? I'm doing the best I can, but either I haven't seen the stuff you have, or I just can't remember it. Maybe we've been going to different worlds. Anyway,
Yeah. I'll give it a shot.
I'm counting on you.
The password. The password. The password. Remember? Remember, Sigma. Come on, lightning can strike twice. Or even 3 times. You can do it. You did it before. You did it twice before. This is nothing. You're a champion. Come on, Sigma. You can do this. Pull open the door to your memories. What was that? What's that? The ship? Alright. Lightning strikes many times in the same spot if you use a lightning rod. So true, and that's what Sigma is. Was that not the right one? Oops. Because this one was number 3, which was in the, crew quarters, correct? Yeah. Then the EQD, the number 2 was the one that's in the, command center, whatever. Control center. NTK. I possibly just wrote it down wrong. This feels wrong using the fact that 2 of these have same letter for the middle. Well, if I wrote it down somewhere else first, which I don't think I did. But I think it was, yeah, 3 and 0 that I'd gotten first before I started writing them in the same place. I might need someone who's played through the game and isn't risking being spoiled to double check my work here. Oh, QZ. Okay, no, I just wrote it down wrong when I re-recorded it into this area. Okay. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling one of them was actually a Q. Oh yeah, I'd written it as a Q, but my handwriting is, even for me, not great. Yeah! Suck on that, Dio, you arrogant son of a bitch. He's so delighted with himself. Ah, feels good. I haven't felt this satisfied in ages. It's like my whole brain is just swimming in endorphins. I feel like it's just gonna melt and dribble out my ears. This is without a doubt what heaven feels like. Honestly, I feel like I could fly right now. Hell, I almost wish there was another bomb so I could feel this again. Isn't this great? Bye. Hey, what's going on? You're really harshing the vibe here. Would it really kill you to smile? We just saved everybody. Oh, also, not that I need it or anything, but it sure would be nice to get a thank you or something. Oh, thank you, Sigma. You're the greatest. You're so awesome. I'll just... Jesus Christ. Are you even listening to me?
I am. You said you wish there was another bomb, right?
You sure did say that. Didn't he? Well, I mean, I don't
I
really.
hope you're happy. You're going to get your wish.
What? What?
I remembered something too. Just a glimpse. We must have confronted Dio about the bombs. I'm not sure how, but we got him to tell us about them.
Exactly. I've planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3. But there's also one more. Bomb number 0.
I felt the cold shiver run down my spine. Suddenly, I remembered it too. I'd heard Dio say those very words in the Floor B warehouse. No. No way.
Looks like you remember it too.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
Shit. We've only got 4 minutes. I think it took me exactly 4 minutes to get here.
We need to get to the 0 bomb.
From the last time that we checked the time. Right. I yanked the input device out of the bomb and turned to chase after. What are you just standing there for? Go, show me where the bomb is.
What? Are you telling me you don't know where it is?
Oh.
You have got to be kidding me.
How the hell would I know where the bomb is? Oh shit. You don't know? She bit her lip and nodded. Damn it. What the hell are we supposed to do now? We can't deactivate the bomb if we don't know where the damn thing is.
Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think, Sigma. There has to be a clue somewhere. Pretend you're Dio. You need to hide the bomb. Where would you hide something important?
Hide something important.
Right.
Hide. If I was Dio, where would I hide? Ugh. There's the lock. I imagine we're about to find out. Now we can do this. Hell. Yeah, what's all that about? Get him! Whatever the fuck that means. Well, you see, according to the state, the largest exhibit of Bye. Come over here.
What's wrong?
I got in.
What? How did you figure out the login?
I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
I just knew it means I just knew it. You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
It has a little bit to do with this. You sure? It might.
What? I don't...
Is this her first timeline? I mean, maybe second since she knows his name. Look, just forget about that. Come take a look at this.
Sure, fine. Just let me get right on that. Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here. Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes. Incredible. But no matter what Vi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
Fine. You still don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Damn right I'm not.
And the AB game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right. Let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here.
On you puff yo juice.
Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
I gave her what she'd asked for. GTFDML016. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, I opened one. Yeah, it is a golem. Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a golem?
Looks like it.
So was GTFDML016 a golem's ID?
Don't ask me. You seem to know more about all this than I do.
MILKEVOLI is, I love Klim backwards. And I don't know what or who.
Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense. Let's see here.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the implication, wasn't it? I somehow didn't make the connection to her being one of the golems specifically for some reason. I don't know. Luna.
Yeah.
Why is there a picture of Luna in this file?
There's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
Never had any friends. I was real lonely. Someone she treasured gave her that necklace. As a motivator to continue seeking happiness. I don't know. ABT. ABT.
There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT.
Okay, so let's do some zeroing, shall we? K looks exactly like Sigma. We know that Sigma isn't a robot. We know that he just has replacement arms. She is apparently a robot. Or a golem, I guess. And she received that gift from someone real. K was raised in the one laboratory by a scientist kind of guy who kind of just regarded him as like kind of just an object, you know? And they both gave Sigma those passwords right as they were about to die. And we're fully aware that Sigma can jump through time even though they shouldn't have known that. I think K was a clone as well. I think he was one of the golems specifically modeled after Sigma. I think there was a real Luna. And that might have been the person who gave her the necklace. At the very least, there's something that... someone that was used as the model.
When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes it look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars, and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle.
I see. Luna was a golem, and DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been what Golem was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Senior?
Probably. Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
Currently operational. Executing special mission? Ooh. You think your special mission is to participate in the game?
Probably.
So why does Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? You think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something?
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampf test? It's from an
A
old
what?
book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot. That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
Ooh. So it's kind of like the Chinese room.
Yeah. Luna is the girl locked in the room, and the 8 of us are the people outside it.
Huh.
Well, like I always say,
It's just a possibility, right? That is her
What matters
catchphrase.
is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, and it's probably a person.
When did you figure it out? That she was the golem, I mean.
right now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
You're lying. When I told you about what happened to the golem in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be sort of like the Chinese room.
I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it made sense.
Like you just knew it?
Yeah. Look, forget about that. See Luna's status?
Yeah, it says the same thing it did a minute ago. Currently operational. Isn't she? Yeah, she's like dead in this timeline. I think they all are. Or like a lot of them? I don't know. It's been a minute. Currently operational. Executing special mission. Whoa, wait. What the hell? Luna's
Do you
dead.
think robots die? She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Of course. Luna's the one who opened the AB gates.
That might not be the only thing she did. Look,
What do you mean?
what are the last 3 digits of her product ID?
016?
And where have we seen that before?
016. Where have we seen that before? Where have we seen that before? Where have we seen that before? Was that related to when we... The camera logs? Maybe? Woo. Was she the one who chained them to... Luna! But how would Clover have known? No. No, I don't believe it. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Temioji?
We should go check her body. You remember where it is?
The crew quarters. Of course I remember. We were right.
Yeah.
Why? Why would Luna...
And I trust him.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right. Off we go then. Oh boy. Venus lies. Yeah, it's true. Well, that sounds bad.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner.
Oh yeah, forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
Yeah, with the bracelet, there's 3 in this room. First time we've seen this. I stepped outside, set Luna's bracelet down, and then headed back into the AB room. Ooh, oh. Oh, she was trying to lure them into doing exactly that, wasn't she?
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Wait, Sigma.
Huh? Luna? Cool!
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Great! Wait. What the hell is going on? Why is Luna
She's
here?
probably planning on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah.
How's she gonna vote?
Betray. I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote allies, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got 7 BP, right?
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now. Have you
What?
totally lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on. And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally. We could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And I trust him.
2, 1.
I trust 5 first.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna, where's Luna? I leapt out the door and ran toward the AB room I thought she'd entered. But I'm worried about where we're gonna see. She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then there it was. No. She didn't take it?
Doesn't make sense. Why would she show up just when we're about to vote? There was no reason for her to come here if she was just going to default.
Oh. Maybe she was testing us.
From round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right, the results.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
Sure is gonna feel good. Literally just 5. That's a first. Yikes.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Did she want us all to get out?
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
And she was just coming here to make sure they actually got in the room? Because she knew if they didn't, they would... Ugh.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically.
Could have had a 999, is that true?
And the other 6 got penalized. 5 of them are dead already, and Quark's bracelet is off.
That means all those penalties are meaningless.
Yeah.
We still don't know why Luna showed up, though. There's no reason to come here just to abstain.
I can only guess at her reasons, but I'm sure it was part of some plan.
A plan for what?
Who knows? So what do we do now? Whatever Luna's scheming, we still managed to get 9 BP. Do you want to leave?
No, we can't. We still don't know if Quark is safe. No way am I leaving before we find him.
I agree. I hoped you'd say that.
So, are you gonna stay?
Let's get moving.
Didn't mean to skip the of course, but it makes it a lot funnier when she doesn't answer. She spun around and headed for the Scion door. I followed on her heels. Fake. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. You're right. Where is the map screen in all this? How am I supposed to know where we're going? Shit. He's not here either.
This is the last room. Well, the last room we can get into.
And we haven't seen Luna either.
Yeah.
Where the hell did she go? We were standing there trying to decide what to do next when we heard a familiar voice echo through the facility.
The number 9 door has been opened.
Sorry, what? And how and who?
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
No,
What?
that's not possible.
What's not possible? But she only bit her lip and said nothing. Then all too soon it was over.
The number 9 door has closed.
You can do basic logic, Sigma. You can realize that you two are the only ones with bracelets that have 9 or more BP.
This ends the nonary game.
Then again, being a golem who is part of this facility, she might have a master key. Plus, it might have been intended as a punishment for us betraying her. Like, if you're gonna be evil, mean, cruel, just leave him in here. Take Quark out. Maybe.
Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
What? What just happened? It's all over now, isn't it? We're stuck here, forever.
We should go back to the Floor A warehouse. I need to know if the door actually opened or not.
With that, she was off. Yeah. With a sigh, I turned to follow. We can't just look at the door and tell if it was opened or not.
True. but the projection should tell us.
What? Luna and Quark escaped? This is a new detail that we haven't been told about before, that it does this.
So it would seem.
So there it is. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Why? How? Almost as if on cue, the screen flickered. And Zero Jr. appeared. You're back!
Well, well, well! Long time no Zero! Remember your old pal Zero?
I'm guessing somebody's hoping for an explanation about what the diddlio just happened.
Because we're such great friends, I decided to make an exception and descend from on high to give you the 411. Aren't you happy?
So what's this explanation you've got?
Well, let's start with little Quark. He was given an anesthetic that put him to sleep. While he was out, Luna carried him through to the other side of the number 9 door.
But how did she open the door?
With Quark's bracelet, you silly bunny. It was still in the infirmary. Remember? Luna just hopped over there and picked it up.
So I was right. Quark had 9 BP when the second round ended.
Yup.
But didn't he get penalized after the 3rd round?
Yes, he did. But a penalty can't take away your points. Just your life.
Interesting.
The needles popped out and so on, but the points stayed the same.
So Luna took Quark to the door.
And since her bracelet was already off, she wouldn't have suffered the penalty.
No. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Oh, right. She's a golem.
Alright, I think my tape is through.
Okay, well, I've got some questions for you, buddy.
Not you.
Great.
Well, good thing you guys don't have questions for V. That guy's a jerk.
This isn't the alphabet.
You must be feeling pretty good if you're able to jump around like that. I mean, 6 people just died here. It's not really a big deal. That's just how you humans are, after all. So, as long as you make it, nothing else matters. Am I right?
Don't
No, you're wrong.
screw with us.
It's cool. It's cool. I know you gotta act tough. I mean, you chose betray. That means you don't trust Luna, right? Figures. She's a golem. She might even be a murderer. That's why you were planning to leave her here and bone out, wasn't it? You see, it's all about you. Haven't you thought about how sad you've made Luna?
What?
Well, looks like my time here's just about all used up.
Wait. I still have questions for...
I won't wait. I don't like waiting. I waited once, and some half-witted reptile got the better of me because of it. After that, I learned to make sure to value my time.
Turtle on the... Great.
Tortoise and the hare.
Alrighty then. I'll see you when I see ya. Have a nice trader.
Yeah, we are, aren't we? For a few long moments, Vi and I just stared at the spot on the wall where Zero had disappeared. Where had Quark been? Who had given him an anesthetic, and why? We had no idea who'd killed everyone. And Zero Senior's identity, as well as the purpose of the nunnery game, remained a mystery. As for our futures... What are we supposed to do now? I hadn't meant to say the words out loud, but there they were.
The tortoise won because he kept going even when it looked hopeless. I think we should do the same. We've got plenty of time after all. We'll give the dead the closest thing to a funeral we can manage. And when that's done, we'll start looking. Even if I never leave this place, I'll figure out why we were here. I swear it.
I looked at the fire in her eyes and nodded. If nothing else, at least we had a purpose. I mean, that's like a reasonably alright end. Because at least they acknowledge that, you know, they now have infinite time to investigate. For whatever good it'll do them. Anyway.
2 minutes.
You know what to do now. Hi, Luna. What you thinking over there? Even when it's skipping, it still goes through these really slowly. It's gotta have the drama. Always.
Hey, Sigma, are you insane?
Little bit.
Why the hell did you choose Ally?
Wait, we can talk about that later. Right now? She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then. There it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote Ally for her?
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right, the results.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
There it is. I was wondering if it turned out to be like another thing where this retroactively changes the past and she actually did go and vote.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. And the other 6 got penalized. Not that it matters. Then again, 5 of them are already dead. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah, that means all those penalties are meaningless. Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but... Alright, what do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
And Luna too, right?
Luna.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 4 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
Vi and I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair, just like before, but Vi had been changed to a red solo. Didn't really matter, though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
Alright, Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Where's our boy? Doing a little corpse tour. As one does. There's them. After their little combat or whatever the fuck happened over there. No, Luna in the Golem Bay. She's not recharging.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yeah. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? You pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Open?
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it, and how?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
Luna.
Alright, let's head in.
Okay. Oh boy. New room, new place. Cool. Or? Oh, no, this is the other place. The whatever the fuck. What the heck are these things?
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
Treatment center, that's it. Whatman pods? Have you never heard that word before? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them. And suddenly I realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left, is it being used?
Glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Let's crack it open then.
Yeah.
Quark. Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
This is it.
He's smiling. Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. Pod's display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic which had put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this?
Yeah, I mean, this place is nice and homey.
You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too? Think about
What?
it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay. There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
But why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
016. That certainly couldn't be anything else.
And what's that the same number as?
Yeah, there certainly isn't any meaning to the little separation between this part of the one and this part. Don't know why she would have written it backwards, but, well... The last 3 digits of Luna's product idea.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
Yeah, like why wouldn't she just write Luna? And also, how would she know in the first place? And even if she knew, why wouldn't she just write Luna? That means that any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive, but look at our options. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer? Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here. The only option is to leave her here and get out.
The only option, huh?
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Oops. It's like, yeah, you're gonna list off all the laws of robotics again. I'm just gonna skip through that. No. Okay. You're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
You don't have to ask me. You're always one who asks. Isn't that what you always say? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
Be prepared to go through a shit ton of work to get out. Because that depressurization chamber isn't hard to deal with, but it's a pain in the ass. The heavy labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, I slipped through it. Followed her through. Quark still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Phi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms.
Huh?
Before she could respond, I spun around and ran.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Sigma! What the hell are you thinking? Get back here!
Sorry, Phi. There's something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No, you don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
Oh, Phi. Oh, Phi. Sigma, who had so much time to tell her what he wants to do and, you know, win her over. Well, I don't think he would have ever.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
I had no regrets. In fact, with Phi and Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. Yeah, college student? Alright, time to go. Luna's waiting. Alright. Luna, I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but are you talking about something that happened in another history? I know what you can do.
Ooh.
Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who could have told you that? Who told you that? Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom. That was given to you by someone who knew about all that shit, huh?
Sigma,
Not like we can think of anyone.
aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it?
This is the Luna ending real? I think.
I'd like to know your reasoning.
Alright. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left, words. Her left arm had blood spatter all the way up to the elbow. Except for the stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood spatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That meant that Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he confessed.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait, when did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say that Incident P happens, and after that, the timeline splits into Timeline A and Timeline B. Don't think it's unfair to base a theory in Timeline A on information I found in Timeline B. After all, A and B came from the same place, P. Yeah. If you trace the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting Timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair per se, but it'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. Funny you say that. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the Nonary game. Somehow he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AB rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Somehow he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped up the knife in her handkerchief. He wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. No, wait, actually. He probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost AB room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left!
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think the infection caused her to take her own life. She used Zero's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AB room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next are Clover and Tenmyoji. First question is, who put the handcuffs on them? Clue is in the message that Clover left, 016. If you think about it though, that doesn't make sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have had to write with her right hand on her right thigh. I feel like it would have been really hard to do that, you know? Why not just use your left thigh? The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together. Oh! And the message got transferred to the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She's trying to write Dio. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Now, about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol. Found the bottle in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. I guess he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned to switch the light off, and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them your fault. Master Detective.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories.
Just a game theory.
Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure? Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves. As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place.
She admits it.
How can you trust a machine?
That's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason why you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the...
Yeah. We've been through all this. Very recently, in fact. Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually, we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down, and just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
It doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes. Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
It doesn't really sound like sneaking. Sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily, but that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
He's not that smart. So they brought him here?
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever.
That's fine.
Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay? Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come here?
To make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms.
5th and 6th?
Counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th room, and the one next to it would be the 5th?
Right. After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping.
Dio, when he found out that he actually made the AB game succeed? Yeah, right.
Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
Fucked it up. I like that she says that Sigma was pretty much correct, but zero details inaccurate so far. What were you doing while that was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room up with the crane?
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What? Ooh. Ooh.
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes. Our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yeah, briefed on all his bullshit. Better hope so.
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen?
Just for funsies.
I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
Dick.
But...
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say.
She sucks.
You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
Yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter. The 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data.
She can't help us cheat.
There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants.
Sure doing that now, aren't you?
You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated.
Sigma isn't a participant anymore. That's a fair point.
But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake, so I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes, it was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
She's been through so much. I think I understand. Everything you did because you'd been ordered to.
Yes.
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. Then is she Zero Senior?
No.
What? But if she gave you the orders...
She did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
Ooh? There was someone else?
Yes.
And that person is Zero Senior?
Yes. We worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose, technically, my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Junior, too.
Like a child.
I told you before that Zero Junior moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me.
But why?
I don't know. I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually we'd figure out that the rooms had been moved, and that she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite.
You mean?
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room?
You're right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there.
Yes, I think so.
But how could they know that? Well,
whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved, which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to.
or Clover as well.
In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait. You were listening to us in the security office?
Yes. That wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through the security cameras.
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice, that she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself.
She actually told the whole truth. Okay.
Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes.
9 minutes,
It
huh?
wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Because of your orders?
Yes. Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course.
Far too powerful.
While we were fighting over it,
Can't even beat a robot. Or can't even be beat by a robot. Other way around. Well, hold on a moment. The trigger got pulled in the fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything to you.
you mean because I'm a golem? One of
Yeah.
my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human.
Very good at playing dead.
Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep up the facade that you were human?
No, I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders too. So to make it look like I had died, he turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times.
Oh, you gave her so much guilt. I mean, not you. It's not your fault.
If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes,
They use it as an electric shock to restart the heart, right?
correct.
So that was why she left?
Yes. She ran off toward the infirmary.
The map.
On the way, she bumped into Dio.
Dio?
Yes, I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by?
Yes, I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing. But he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do. He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I bet.
It didn't take him long to get over it, though.
Yeah. Cliff would never intentionally kill anyone out of grief, right? Yeah, imagine. She would never. Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right. Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the yellow door. This yellow door. The secondary door, right?
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course. Fi had already taken it by then.
Yes, but there was something else he wanted to do too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
Why did he want the knife? Was it because he'd used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Yeah, why he hid it so well. Why wouldn't he want anyone to see that?
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the flame.
Myrmidons? The fact that they're like a sort of somewhat secret-ish organization, they do this shit.
Yes.
What does Myrmidons mean?
It's the name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it, like a club or something?
I don't think so.
She doesn't think so. Well, what is that then?
I don't really know.
No idea.
I'm afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes.
Then, wouldn't that mean he was on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
You got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess this enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going. After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He's probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it, at least as far as Luna could tell. At 0 hours 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
Ooh, ouch. When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said, they began to fight.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up. Okay. No.
What the hell are you doing?
None of your goddamn business.
I see.
Stay out of this, you senile little shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
He let out a yell and leapt toward Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with the knife. Then Miyoshi caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. And as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. But Dio was a much younger and stronger man, and the wounded Tenmyoji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off, and Tenmyoji collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. About this.
Yeah, I suppose that would work, wouldn't it?
How cute. You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you going to beat us to death or something?
No. Nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. Give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors.
Oops.
So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream.
In the nunnery game, no one can hear you scream. Great. Thanks,
Well,
Dio.
I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
25
Yeah.
minutes passed and no one came.
Yeah, killing them by just letting them wait for their inevitable death And being like, well, he can scream for help, but it's not gonna do shit. That's...
Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Phi, and K, right?
Yes, you were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We'd also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
The anesthetic, right?
Yes. Almost immediately, they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes. As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
Fun little melee in there. So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol, then while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with the spear. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary.
Axe Gaming. Hi, Connie.
Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked the...
Oops. Check the bodies for anything useful. Yep. That was when he found the luminol.
Right.
Yeah, I am going a bit later than I mean, I used to consistently go to 6 a.m. and maybe I'm working back towards there, but this something is also taking a hot second.
Happened. Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. That was it in the infirmary.
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
Yeah, but rewind. Your summer strums of your time, so true. I do this. But why did Tenmyoji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was.
Feel I really can't stick his claws in. Yeah, you're completely right. I can't stop now.
Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with the luminol, right? Sure, I remember that.
Right after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji, the center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room, right?
Yes.
Where Quark was sleeping?
Right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of relief, right?
Yes. The display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off. Aluminum
How?
foil.
What? You mean the stuff from the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it?
Oh. Disrupt the signal.
Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
Smart. What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway, the point is that you can detect
Wait, so you're telling me the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out?
Yes, all you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And the bracelet thinks your heart is stopped?
Yes.
Holy shit. It was that easy all along.
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off.
The fact that it was that easy!
Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait. Why was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
When did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the treatment pod?
Yes.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center too?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero Jr.?
That's right.
He reactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Sr. and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, right? Of course it does. So, are you gonna tell me?
Tell you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. So why were we brought here?
To play the nonary game.
And why were we supposed to play the nonary game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Sr. and the old woman did that.
Why?
It was a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally, killed me.
Then what?
I wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Tenmyoji died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the Tubicurian that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the nonary game. If the nonary game was part of the project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah, I do. Now what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would have never taken place, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
You're not gonna be able to get a straight answer out of her. She's gonna be overly literal about her answers. And avoid the actual question you're hinting at here. 6 people died here. 4 of them were murdered one way or another by Dio. At first that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died. But that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they all died for this project. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Sr., right? Please, Luna, tell me. What is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero? I'm talking to a golem at the end of the day, exactly.
Sigma, would you hug me?
Okay, so yes. Okay, so yes. If you're asking, it's particularly if you're asking me and not Sigma. What? Aww. Luna. Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her hands around. Yeah. hands. Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. Yeah, that's mood. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. Bad. Safety. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand to her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Ooh! Hey, Luna. What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber, but after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Okay. I get it.
Does it scare you?
Uh-huh.
This is what I really look like. I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time, even though
Yeah.
I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier about if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr. and I hacked it.
Hacker girl!
Yes.
What?
That was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji. Then Kei and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself. And I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey.
Yeah, the low poly tree is great, right?
You lose access to your body, of course. But everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
Enough with the chit-chat, let's get some growth going.
The timing on that! Christ. What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes, very soon now I'll be gone.
Aww.
Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What? Why?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserve this.
Man. This is so... No, you don't. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong. Yeah, Parfield, like, just waiting for a sec.
Oh, Sigma, thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna! Luna! It's going to be okay. I'm not gonna let them do this. You're gonna be fine, I promise. Just please don't.
Sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
Luna!
Thank you. Sigma. And goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor? But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. One last quiet chime. The music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. Man! Do you have to do me like that? Luna End was so bad. I mean, it was really good. I really enjoyed it, but it was so bad. So mean to me. She's number one. As she deserves. I love her very much. She is, she's my favorite from this game for sure. This is an experience. This game is putting me through it. On every level. I mean, it goes without saying that I didn't expect her to be a robot, but it's still like, that's one hell of a revelation. That sure did happen. But yeah, I only have like this bit left, plus everything going down here, which I assume is, yeah, number 0 bomb. Yeah, I figured this would be the true ending route, just because it's like everyone's still alive, including Dio. So this solution, the solution for this issue we figured out is just like, we need aluminum foil of all things. That's all it takes. Man, okay. I gotta rest, especially after all that. Or cut off his arm. I mean, that's also true. That's also true. We've done that once. And I mean, I think, like, even though it can, there's like a connection, you know, to the rest of the body with the cybernetic arms, I can't imagine it's like dangerous to his health to remove the arm? I don't know. Because, like, I think it's just, like, it can convey, like, medicine and shit, but it's not like he's gonna bleed out, you know? But yeah. I gotta be smart and rest at some point. Which is so sad and cringe for me. So I'm gonna look for someone else we can raid. But yeah, thanks for joining me for some more BLR. It's like, I don't know what to say. Today's been a, all the shit we saw today was a lot. But yeah, there is, I mean, with only like maybe will be a short one for like the like 5 minutes left to live thing. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. It's so close. I'm so close. So yeah, I'm gonna find someone else to raid. If everything can stop like running like molasses, that'd be, you know, that would certainly help. I don't know why, because everything else seems to be running fine. It's just like computer moving slow. I'll sketch the very beginning or end of your streams. Actually, yeah, now you mentioned. And yeah, I'll see you soon, Miku. Okay, who is online though? Who can I have y'all say hello to? It looks like Alyssa and Lynn are doing. Oh, Alyssa, Lynn, and Kami maybe? Kami might be doing collab with them? Let me see. Let me see. hell yeah. Ooh. And also, Perry's there too. So, I'm gonna go say hi to them. I'm gonna send y'all over so you can say hi too. Go spam with emotes, go say, go give them love, all the good stuff. They're playing some Super Anime Royale, and I'm still going to play that at some point. I'll get to it eventually. Okay, set up the raid. I'll send you over to Liz, because that's my impulse today. Okay, I'm gonna get rest. Actually, for real this time. Have a good time zone. We'll probably finish VLR next week, and then it'll finally be time for the last game. But yeah, bye-bye.